Okay, in the last class we have discussed about the VSCPRT theory, and I told you that there is some drawback in the VSCPRT theory. Okay, so what is the drawback? So in the VSCPRT theory is explain the bond angle and the shape of the molecules, but he is unable to explain the strength between the bond pairs. So as we know, we have in bond pairs, and what is the strength between that bond, so that is a drawback. The same concept is explained by Linus Pauling. So in the year 1954, Linus Pauling explained the strength of the bond with the help of valency bond theory. So in this theory, he is trying to explain the strength of the bond with the help of the shapes of the orbitals. So as we know that we have different shapes for the orbitals, like s orbital has spherical shape, p has dumbbell shapes, d has double dumbbell shapes. Okay, so with the help of the shapes of the molecules, and he has explaining the strength of the molecule. So if you see that, so whenever two electrons or whenever two orbitals get end to end overlap, end to end it means, suppose we have for one p orbital and second p orbital. So now both are connecting or linking with their bonding between end to end. Okay, so when they are bonding end to end, so now when they have a formation of bond, so which can be known as sigma. Okay, so in this VBT theory we have two types of bond which will be classified. So whenever a orbital is combined or concatenate, so end to end, then we get a sigma bond. But whenever two orbitals, okay, so when they are lateral or when they are parallel, so when they are parallel, so there will be some bond between them, so that is given as pi. You remember that sigma is stronger and pi is weaker. Okay, we will explain the theory with the help of some molecules. So I will be explaining the theory with the help of 4 molecules. So first we will take the example of H2 molecule. So H2 molecules is the example of, so this theory is again related to covalent bond, which also asks for the 4 and 2 marks. So hydrogen, so two hydrogens, as per the Lewis-Dawes theory, we know that one electrons will be shared between them, will get hydrogen molecule. So what happened actually, so if I take the shapes of the, so H2, so hydrogen, so which has a spherical shape because it has one electron. So similarly the second hydrogen has also one electron. Okay, so now they will get end to end overlap. So electrons are shared between both the hydrogens. So here we will get a bond is known as sigma. So this is the formation of H2. So if I take about the chlorine, so chlorine molecules, so chlorine molecules form between the two chlorines. Okay, as we know that 7 electrons, as per the Lewis-Dawes structure, chlorine has 7 electrons in the last cell, one electron gets shared. So chlorine atomic number is 17. So if I write the electronic configuration of, so here the thing is we need to know the electronic configuration. So hydrogen electronic configuration is 1s. So s, so that is I have draw the spherical. So atomic number of chlorine is 17. So if I write the electronic configuration of that is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p5. So you have to write the exact state of the last. So 3px2, 3py2, 3pz1. So here we can see that here in the 3pz orbital we have only one electron. So first chlorine, so we have to draw the 3pz orbital of first chlorine. So this is the 3pz orbital of the first chlorine. It has one electron in the last cell. So similarly second chlorine also has same electronic configuration, and it also has a same orbital, and it has one electron in the last cell of 3pz orbital, which will of opposite spin. So here what happened, these two orbitals will bond or get combined and end to end overlap. Okay, so so both the orbitals will sharing one electron in between them, so we will be going to get a chlorine molecule. So next we will take the example of oxygen. So if you know how to write the electronic configuration, is very good for you. So if you don't know, you just try to learn that. Okay, so we'll take the example of O2. So in O2, so in the formation of O2, there is a two bond which is formed between the ఆక్సిజన్ అండ్ ఆక్సిజన్ టు గెట్ ఆక్టేట్ కాన్ఫిగరేషన్ ఇన్ ద లాస్ట్ సెల్. అంటే ఆక్సిజన్కు లాస్ట్ సెల్లో 8 రావాలంటే 2 ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ పేర్ అవుతాయి. ఓకే, 2 ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ గెట్ షేర్ బిట్వీన్ దెమ్, 2 ఎలక్ట్రాన్స్ షేర్ అవుతాయి. సో మనం దీన్ని VBT థియరీలో ఎలా ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయాలి? సో హియర్ ఈ 2 బాండ్స్లో ఏ బాండ్ స్ట్రాంగ్ ఉంది, ఏ బాండ్ వీక్ ఉంది ఎలా చెప్పాలి? సో దట్ ఈస్ ద రీజన్ వై VBT theory has introduced. So we'll start with the oxygen. Oxygen atomic number is 8. So if you write the electronic configuration, you have to write the exerted. So 1s2, 2s2, 2px2, 2py1, 2pz1. So in the 2p orbital we have 4 electrons. So 4 electrons, you can say that 2px, py, pz. So totally we have 3 orbitals in the p. So totally 4 electrons. So one electron will be filled and pairing will start after filling the first, as per the Hund's rule. Okay. So here in the oxygen you can say that py and pz orbital are unfilled or unpaired. We have 2 unpaired electrons in py and pz. అంటే py pz లో ఒక్కొక్క ఎలక్ట్రాన్ లేదు. సో సిమిలర్లీ ఇది ఫస్ట్ ఆక్సిజన్ అనుకుందాం. సో సెకండ్ ఆక్సిజన్లో కూడా సేమ్. సో ఇన్ ద సెకండ్ ఆక్సిజన్ ఆల్సో వీ డోంట్ హ్యావ్ 1 electrons in the, we have only 1 electron in the py and pz orbital. So ikkada emaitadi, py orbital of first oxygen will be overlap with the py orbital of second oxygen, pz orbital of first oxygen will be overlap with the pz orbital of second. So manam deenni shapes draw chesam. Shapes of py is py. So I am just drawing about first oxygen. So the shape of first py, it has only 1 electron, and in the pz orbital of first oxygen also has 1 electron. Similarly second oxygen py orbital, so second oxygen lo kuda py orbital lo okate electron untadi and pz orbital lo kuda okate electron untadi. Okay, so if I combine that, you can see that py orbital of first oxygen, py orbital of second oxygen will combine, they will get end-to-end overlap. So now we will mix up both the things. So now both the orbitals are get mixed. So we'll get bond between py and py. So always bond is indicated with hyphen or dash. So here, as I told you, whenever they are end-to-end overlap, we have to write sigma. So now py orbital of first oxygen, pz orbital of first oxygen and pz orbital of second oxygen. Now both are lateral, parallel. So they will be forming a pi bond between pz and pz. So now in the oxygen molecule we have 2 bonds. So one is sigma, one is pi. So one is strong and second one is pi. So similarly you try to practice the formation of N2. Okay, I will just give a small hint. So as we know about the oxygen atomic number is 8. So similarly nitrogen oxygen atomic number is 7. So it has 1 electron in the 3 orbitals. So in the py or in the px, py, pz, in all the cells it has 1 electrons. So you can assume, so here, so py or px orbital of first nitrogen will overlap with the px orbital of second nitrogen, py with py, pz with pz. If we do the diagram, see px of first nitrogen and px orbital of second nitrogen, both will overlap, end to end will get a sigma bond between px and px. If I talk about py and py, so py of first and py of second nitrogen, though they also has 1 electrons. So both are looks parallel. So rendu parallel ga unnai, ikkada rendu end to end overlap aina sigma, rendu parallel ga unnai. So rendu parallel ga unnappudu em form aitadi, they will get a pi bond between py and py. Now we are left with pz orbital. So pz orbitals ila draw cheyali, z third, pz orbital of second nitrogen. So it also has 1 and 1 electron. So దీనిలో ఒకటి ఉంది, దీనిలో అంటే 2 అపోజిట్ స్పిన్స్ రాయాలి, ఇక్కడ పైన ఉంటే ఇక్కడ కింద డ్రా చేయాలి. Okay, so now they both also looks parallel. So they also form a pi bond between pz and pz orbital. So in nitrogen we know that a 3 bond is formed between 2 nitrogen molecules, in which one is sigma and 2 are pi. So in nitrogen we have 1 sigma bond, 2 pi bond. In nitrogen we have 1 sigma 1 pi. This is very important. These two molecules are very important for the 4 marks. Okay, we practice them well.